Nicole, I struggle to get my protein in every day. How do you hit your protein goal? I don't know what proteins to eat. How do you get that high of protein in just one meal? Sit back, relax, I got you covered, and we're breaking down this series into breakfast, lunch, dinner, then snacks. And today, it's all about the breakfast life.
You want something, go get it. Period.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. If you are new, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. I've got a new series for y'all. It's all about the protein. That's probably the most requested or question I get is about the protein macro when hitting your goals. And if you guys know, if you watch, I always prioritize protein. Number one is the macro that I focus on the most, and making sure that we are right underneath our calories for our goal each day. So calories and protein are the main goal here. So before we get into the nitty gritty and the tips and tricks I have for y'all, this video is in collaboration with my bestie here and with Jen, and she's gonna hook you up with all the tips and tricks and different breakfast recipes to up your protein game as well. She is always leveling up, and y'all know we're obsessed with each other. We're besties and we love each other so much, and I'm so excited to be collabing with her on today's video. So definitely when you get done watching this one, go and check out Jen's video and see what suggestions and tips and tricks she has for upping up that protein game for breakfast. So thank you so much, Jen, for collabing with me. And if you're coming from Jen's channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave. I'd love to have you a part of the family here. Let's get into the tips and the tricks. So my first tip with all meals, it doesn't even have to just be with breakfast, is to make sure that you are logging and tracking your breakfast every day. Make sure that you're not just winging it, going in the kitchen, throwing things in a pan, and then realizing, oh dang, I've got 500 calories and that's not within my allotted macros. Make sure that you are tracking everything the day prior. Y'all know I'm crazy if you've been with me for a while, and I like to track things at least 2 weeks ahead of time. It helps with planning your grocery list, going off of things that you have in stock, and not having the guessing game. I love having that. And yes, you can definitely switch it up the day of if you're not feeling it, but just knowing that I have something in place and in plan and it's all set for my goals just makes me feel so much better. Also, when you're logging your meals, make sure that all your main meals, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner are all focused on protein first. Make sure that you're putting in your protein first and revolving the recipe around that afterwards, or your sides and things like that. And that way you know from your main course meals that you're gonna get the majority of your protein. And if you're still a little short there, then you can throw in your protein snacks, which we'll get later into the series, to up that protein game for the day. But most of your protein should be coming from your main course meals. So we thought it would be fun to do some swaps for breakfast. So eat this, not that necessarily. A lot of you guys have been asking for that, especially for snacks, which it will be coming. But I've got a ton of swaps, easy swaps in your kitchen that you have that can make things lower calorie and higher protein to get you closer to your goals. One of the main mistakes I see a lot of you guys make for your breakfast is coffee. Now, I have to have my coffee. I'm not saying not to have coffee. I am saying to put the right things in your coffee, or the lesser macro things in your coffee, especially when you are not tracking. It's so easy to put your coffee down, get that heavy whipping cream, and just go to town, and you're not even tracking, and you might have put hundreds of calories in your coffee before you even ate any actual food, y'all. And there is no protein in that heavy whipping cream. I'm sorry to tell you, but it is just full fat and full high calorie. I know it's delicious, but if we want to make the healthier swaps, switch the heavy whipping cream, switch the actual coffee creamers. I see a lot of you guys drinking like the sugar-free coffee creamers. Isn't it like 30, 45 calories for 2 tablespoons? And there's like nothing in it, and there's like bad ingredients in it, which, you know, I'm not an ingredient stickler anymore, but I'm just saying, this is what I suggest, and this is what I've been doing and absolutely loving it. So I know a lot of you guys have a ton of protein powder laying around. You don't even have to buy the shakes anymore. They're hard to find, number one, and number two, they are not cost effective, especially in times like these. But if you've got a ton of protein powder at home, and if you've been following me, you probably do, and PEScience is probably the one that you're going with. I love putting the Snickerdoodle PEScience 14 grams, I measure it out, and put it with about 177 milligrams of some cashew milk or almond milk, and blend that up in your little Ninja. Pour it on top of your coffee, and it is so strong, flavorful, and packed with protein. You're gonna get so much protein just from your coffee, and low calorie, about the same calories you would have if you put like 4 tablespoons of your sugar-free creamer in there. That's insane, but we've got the calories, but now we've got the protein. So you can always sneak a little bit of protein in your coffee gains, guys. Don't knock it till you try it. Another thing a lot of people either love or they hate is eggs. And if you like eggs, then most likely you're not gonna like the egg whites, but I actually love egg whites, and that's one of my main secrets, is that I eat a ton of egg whites because number one, they're high volume, you can eat a lot of them, low calorie, and they are loaded with protein, y'all. Loaded with protein for the amount and the calories that you're consuming. I am not knocking regular eggs. Y'all see me eat them occasionally, but I eat egg whites more. And there's tons of recipes and stuff we can throw the egg whites in to up the protein game, and you don't even taste them. So if you are not a fan of egg whites as far as the taste, there's lots of different recipes you can throw them in to get the protein and be low calorie but not tasting them. But I straight up just like eating them in an omelet form or adding them to oatmeal. All kinds of things you can do to up the protein, low calorie, first thing in the morning. So egg whites versus whole eggs. Not all the time, but most of the time. We all love our protein sources as far as a side for our plates, right? The bacon, the sausage is oh so good, but guess what? If you're eating regular bacon and regular sausage, it's hundreds and hundreds of calories and high fat, and the protein's there, but it's way more calorie, and there's other options you can swap for it. So turkey sausage patties are a great option. They're gonna be a lower calorie than regular sausage patties, and they still have the same amount of protein and a little bit less fat for your macros. And then the microwavable bacon that I rave about all the time from Sam's Club, the Hormel one, 4 pieces is 80 calories. So if you still like bacon but you don't want to sacrifice it, go that route versus the turkey bacon, because the turkey bacon equals about the same calories. Yes, maybe a little bit more protein, but you're still getting that same satisfaction from the bacon flavor. One secret is Canadian bacon. So 3 slices of Canadian bacon is 60 calories and a whopping 10 grams of protein. So if you want an easy 10 grams of protein and only 60 calories on the side of your plate in the morning, Canadian bacon is where it's at. What about carbs, Nicole? I'm scared about carbs. They're so loaded with fat and they're so loaded with calories. I just can't eat the carbs. The carbs are what's halting my weight loss. The carbs, the carbs, the carbs. It's not the carbs. It's the kind of carbs that you guys are thinking about are consuming. So choose lower calorie carbohydrates. Fruit, vegetables first thing in the morning, guys, is going to be so low calorie, so high volume, and a lot of that has a little bit of protein in it, so you can always sneak that in. Your breads, your bagels, and your oats. Choose a lower calorie bread. They have so many options out there that it's crazy. So just make sure to look at the nutrition facts. Choose a lower calorie bread that has protein in it as well. They have bagels, they have 100 calorie English muffins. They're just like 100, 110 calories a piece, and they have a ton of protein in them and the carbs that you need that are going to give you energy first thing in the morning. Oatmeal is a great source. They have the 100 calorie packets if you don't want to get the higher calorie ones that are delicious. The Better Oats, the maple and brown sugar I got from Target here recently, that one is hands down spot on fire, and you can add things to it to up the protein as well. But as far as carbs go, they do have some protein in them, guys, especially those lower cal ones, and you can have the carbs if you are upping the protein on the side with other sources like the egg whites and the Canadian bacon. Some other swaps I see, you guys, that would definitely help you are your condiments first thing in the morning. So for your syrups, instead of using a full sugar syrup, go the sugar-free route. You can definitely get high volume, low calorie with using the sugar-free ones. Also sugar-free or reduced sugar jams and jellies will help you out as well. Definitely go that route versus the full, because those little drizzles and dollops, they can add up freaking quick. And potatoes, hash browns, all the different types of like breakfast potatoes that come in the packaging, just sub it for regular potatoes. I've been really enjoying just dicing up some raw potatoes, putting them in the air fryer like I do my air fryer french fries, and eating that on the side as a potato source in the morning versus like the hash browns and stuff. It's going to be higher volume, lower calorie, and better for you. You're just eating straight up potatoes, and cheaper in times like these. That's my swaps for breakfast, just to give you a little run through, a little quick version of some easy swaps that you can make to get your protein game up first thing in the morning and keep it low calorie. I do have a couple of my top breakfast choices that I always gravitate towards. I feel like these are the ones I throw in the rotation all the time, the ones that you guys see me eat all the time, just because I thoroughly enjoy them. Even if I wasn't tracking and everything, I would still eat these on a regular basis. I love all these recipes so much, and I know that if I eat them, my protein's going to be high even if I'm not tracking them. Number one is going to be the breakfast anabolic sandwich. I have a whole dedicated video. I'll have it in the description box down below. Absolutely love it. It's delicious. It's like a knockoff to like a McGriddle or a McDonald's breakfast sandwich. It's so high volume. I have a client here recently that I put on the meal plan, and she sent me pictures, and she's like, girl, the volume on this, like, I just can't believe how big this is for the calories, and like, I am next level stuffed. It's the point, y'all. That's the point. First thing in the morning, breakfast sandwich, hands down number one. Check that video out if you haven't seen it. Go and make it. Let me know if you try it and how you like it. Number two, like I mentioned earlier, I just like doing an egg white omelet. I throw all kinds of ish in there, y'all. Put spinach in there, any type of veggies, get those nutrients in. You can add some diced Canadian bacon, do the regular bacon I was telling you about earlier, a sausage patty, put some sugar-free ketchup on top, some sriracha, whatever you like, salsa, so delicious. Add some fat-free cheese or some reduced fat cheese, and it's so high volume, so high protein, and low calorie. You're going to be satisfied. Get that fix without all the excess calories you didn't even know you were missing. And on the side of the omelet, I always like to throw a carbohydrate. So the omelet's going to be super high protein, so that's good in itself, but I like to do some fruit on the side, or maybe a slice of raisin cinnamon bread or a bagel or something like that, just to have those carbs and the energy with the protein source from the omelet. Number three, overnight oats. Guys, I have so many overnight oats recipes here on my channel. I mean, probably close to 10 overnight oats recipes. I will try to have them linked down below, as many as I can. Lots of like meal prep videos that have those included, but the hot chocolate overnight oats, still my favorite. They are the GOAT, and super low calorie, under 400 calories, I think, for like 30 grams of protein, and you feel like you're eating a dessert. It's so good. I've made them for dessert before. So if you don't want to use the overnight oats necessarily for breakfast, you got a dessert option for you, and they're so easy to meal prep ahead of time. Throw in the fridge, pull them out what you need. No cooking involved, especially when it's hot as hell like this. So definitely a good option for summer, I feel. Number four has to be, if you follow me on Instagram, you see it all the time. The French toast are the Anabolic French Toast Casserole by Jack Perez here on YouTube. Love his channel so much. I'll have it linked down below, the specific video for that recipe. I make it so many different ways, and I've made a pumpkin pie version, and I know it's June, but I'm making the pumpkin version this week like twice, because we got those new nut butters from American Dream. I like to drizzle those on there. They have protein and one of my main fat sources when we get into the fat parts of this series, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. We haven't had the pumpkin one in a while, but I've been making a blueberry one with the American Dream, lemon nut butter on top, and it's just a treat. It's something I look forward to. Like I said, even if I wasn't tracking or anything, I would go to these meals because they are enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm dieting. I feel like I'm eating all the real things, and I'm getting towards my protein goal, and I'm staying within my calories. It's a win-win. So go and check out Jack's video down below. Make that recipe. Let him know that you came from my channel and you found it and you are obsessed with that recipe too. He knows that's like one of my favorites. And then I have my Anabolic French toast, just the French toast. I will link that recipe down below. It's another go-to for me, and it's super high protein, and again, you feel like you're eating straight up French toast, so who doesn't love that? So that is my tips, tricks, and recommendations for breakfast for a high protein first thing in the morning, how to reach your goals. If you enjoy these videos, if you're looking forward to lunch, dinner, and snack videos in this series, please give it a huge thumbs up. Y'all comment down below if this video was helpful and what tip that really helped you out that you maybe didn't even realize. Comment that down below. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to go and check out Jen's video before you exit. Make sure to tell her that you came from my channel. You're gonna love her if you have never been to her channel before, but most of you guys, you all know because you're the goats out there. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have an amazing day and an awesome weekend, and I hope that you are logging, tracking, getting towards your protein gains and your goals each and every day, and hopefully I can help you along the way. We'll see you guys in the next series, which will be the lunch one. Until then, bye guys.